Now we're going to transition to Cardinals check-in. If you guys been living under a rock, Pat P plays for the Arizona Cardinals, and they're currently undefeated. The last time the Cardinals were 2-0, I think it was 2015. It's been a long time since the Cardinals are 2-0. Week 2 recap, you guys played against the Washington Football Club. Big-time win at home opener, 30-15 against the Washington Football Club. Let me read you a quote from DeAndre Hopkins after the game. He said, "There was never a doubt in our mind that we would start like this. The team in the locker room, we have a lot of veterans, a lot of good young players. To be 2-0 is what we expected." Elaborate a little more about that statement from D-Hop.
I mean, that he told her how it is. Just the confidence that we have right now, the leadership, the group of men that we have in this locker room that mesh together. It's like no other. It reminds me of that team that we had in 2015. With 2013, with BA having been his first year, in 2014 going to the playoff, losing our quarterback mid-season when we was like 8-1 at that time, then coming back having Carson a full season, and just how confident we were in the system, how confident we were in each other, and how we fed off each other. And that's the beauty of winning football. You've been on 2 championship teams. You know how important it is for everybody to be on the same page, everybody to buy into the system. So I think that's what we're doing, having our full coaching staff back, having the core of the team back, that paid dividends for us to start off the way we started off as well, because the last 5 games of last season, guys, we really learned how to win ball games. Early on in the season, we were just playing football. We're just trying to figure out our way. And once those 5 games, once we started winning those 5 games, winning more situational football, we started to gain more confidence. And once that confidence level got to a certain level, it was like, now it's on us to execute the game plan.
Talking about confidence, I think one of the more confident players in your ball club is the quarterback, Kyler Murray. He has improved, a lot from year 1 to year 2. And it wasn't like he was a dud last year. But what he's doing right now, man, it has to be fun to watch, man. How do you feel about your quarterback and what he can do in this offense throughout the entire season?
I'm telling you, though, that every time one is on the field, I can't watch it on the jumbo screen.
You got to watch it standing up.
I got to watch it standing up. I got to be front row. I mean, because you don't know what to expect. You're going to expect something great, but you don't know how great it's going to be. Like, I believe, to me, the best run that didn't count for a touchdown was the first one, when he literally just hezzoed my man in midfield and, damn near walked into the end zone. So his confidence level has always been like that since he gotten here, since we picked him up. So to see him to continue to grow into the player that he's becoming right now he's like we talked about earlier. He's one of those guys that have that it factor, and it's a pleasure to be to call him our quarterback and watch him grow as well, because I truly believe, if he continues to keep that mentality and that mindset that he definitely at some point will bring a Super Bowl here. If he's still playing with the Cardinals. Like, that's how confident I am in him, and that's how confident he is in himself as well.
I mean, in 2 weeks of play, a discussion that football fans love to have, along with experts and analysts, the MVP. And they're throwing his name in that conversation. Do you think that's he has a legit shot at the MVP?
I believe so. I mean, obviously we know it's still early, but he's putting up some numbers, 3 total touchdowns. Sunday, I believe, had 3 total touchdowns last Sunday. Completion rating is looking real nice. So he's just playing very, very good complementary football, getting everybody involved into the offense. And he just looked very comfortable. So I rightfully so. I think he's definitely in the conversation where he needs to be.
Well, this upcoming week, you got the Detroit Lions, a team that's, searching for their first win. You guys are undefeated. Detroit, Matthew Stafford, an experienced quarterback. We know he's a gunslinger. He can throw that. He can throw that thing around. Potentially, it may have their best wide receiver back in Kenny Galladay, who's been absent because of a hamstring injury. If he is in the lineup, one would think that would be the guy you will follow because you're a traveling cornerback. Talk about that matchup, because I know back in the day, anytime you played against the Lions, you were always following Megatron. Calvin Johnson. But this is something you're familiar with. But talk about the matchup between you and Kenny Galladay if he is healthy.
I'm assuming it should be a great matchup. Like I prepare for each and every Sunday. I had an opportunity to go up against Kenny in 2016, maybe 17. When they came out here to the desert. Real big, strong, physical kid. Have all the physical attributes to be recognized as a great one. Very, very strong. Run very, very powerful. And I never had an opportunity to go against T.O., but you hear about the strength that he had as a receiver. And
in 17, he was a rookie also. He was a rookie in 2017.
Right. And him and Michael Thomas are definitely some of the two strongest receivers I've ever, physically had to go up against. So, I'm looking forward to the matchup against Kenny. And I'm sure Matthew is going to try to get him into the game. And, Marvin is having a great start to the season so far. Obviously, the record is not where they want it to be, but their offense is moving the ball. They're getting the ball in the end zone. Just a couple things that they have to figure out, and a couple kinks they have to figure out. But hopefully, they can figure those out after this Sunday.
No question, because you want to be undefeated. And one thing about being a part of a good organization, you're an experienced guy. When you are part of a winning organization, that provides financial rewards. Right. Your contract is almost up. Throughout the course of the offseason, most recently, a few weeks ago, we saw the Arizona Cardinals give out some big-time deals. D-Hop, Buda Baker. I love Buda Baker. You know how I feel about Buda Baker, boy. He's a baller. You know what I mean? Then you look at your position, specifically the cornerbacks. We saw some big-time deals. Jalen Ramsey, 5 years, 105. Trey White, 4 for 70. Darius Slade, 3 for 50. Byron, 5 for 80. James Bradbury, 3 for 43. When you see these numbers and you see these deals, how does that make Pat P feel?
Man, it's a blessing first and foremost to have those guys, trying to implement or go behind my contract, because that's what those guys basically, was doing at the time. Obviously the cap number and all that stuff changes. Those guys hit it at the right time. It's all about timing. It's all about timing, and I think it's the perfect time for me. Obviously, having Jalen, Tre'Davious, and all those guys do what they got what they got, but now the ball is in my court because all I have to do is ball out. All I have to do is do what I need to do to where I can be in a position to, damn near write my own check. You know what I mean? So, I'm very, very happy that those guys finally changed the market. It's a blessing to see Jalen be the first guy, because that's one of the guys I worked out with, throughout his career as well. To see him be the first corner to hit that triple digit, man, I was like, yo, I said, it's about time. I texted him, I said, it's about time, yo. And he deserved it. He's a the younger generation of corners is definitely in great hands. With him, Tre'Davious, you got some Gilmore. The list goes on. Byron Murphy, who I think is an outstanding player who I get to see every single day. And obviously we got some of the old guys are like myself and Sherman, Casey. That list goes on as well. That continue to do our thing as well.
Yeah, no question. I'm rooting for you, but it's great to see those guys reset the market,
Right.
You know what I mean? It's good not just for the position, but I think for football, because if you're going to pay wide receivers $20+ million to catch a pass, it's only right that you pay the guys that are supposed to cover the wide receivers $20+ million as well. It only makes sense.
No doubt about it.
You know what I mean? It only makes sense. So I think it's good, and you just keep doing what you're doing, continue to be the leader that you've been out there in the desert, and everything else going to work itself out.